Hello, friends. On this episode of NSFW Show, me and Brian Brushwood break out some fat stashes to give you a big fat update on the Diamond Club, including a brand new interview opportunity that'll rock your world. Also, Shannon Morse snubs. Whoa, you Shannon joins us yet again. We play What Is Shannon Watching and have a whole lot of surprises for you. Make sure that you join us, friends, for NSFW Show starting right now. Don't leave. Damn it, don't leave.
Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for NSFW is brought to you by CashFly at CACHEFLY.com.
This is NSFW episode 140, recorded on August 14th, 2012, Mustache Sniffers.
This episode is brought to you by the new Squarespace. Squarespace introduced a new content management system, making it faster and easier to create a high-quality website or blog. Plus, more than 50 new features, including mobile responsive designs with automatic device scaling. For a free trial and 10% off your first purchase, go to squarespace.com and use offer code NSFW8.
Wait for it. There we go.
Welcome to Quick and Simple Life Hacks Part 8. Not getting any television reception? Go ahead and place a Superman right on top of your antenna and you'll get crystal clear digital TV. Toothbrush a few months old? With a pair of scissors, cut off the top of the bristles and it's brand new. Lost your sunglasses again? With a black magic marker, color in the lenses of a pair of 3D glasses and you'll have fun in the sun. Need to wash dishes but out of dish soap? Go ahead and place a little bit of sriracha sauce, scrub that in with a sponge, and voila, clean dishes. Uh-oh, out of toilet paper again? Take an old gym sock, split it in half with a pair of scissors, and you'll be able to poop for days. Is your action figure broken? Go ahead and place the broken action figure in a Tupperware container, seal the lid tightly, place on the top rack of your freezer overnight. The next morning, come back, take it out, place the Tupperware container on the counter, open it up, and you've got a brand new action figure. Tired of the music on your old cassette? Go ahead and take a piece of tape, split it in half with a pair of scissors, place on top of the cassette on either end, and you've got an instant blank cassette. Need to spruce up your underwear for a big date? Place in the dryer with a balled up page of the Victoria's Secret catalog. Set it on gentle cycle, take it out, and you've got soft underwear. Out of printer ink again? Place a small amount of Bacardi rum or other Puerto Rican alcohol, and you'll be able to print a novel. USB cord too short to reach the computer? Take an old shoelace, tie it to the end, and you'll be able to reach it with ease. Do you only have $1 to your name? Place that dollar in a Starbucks oatmeal bowl, seal the lid tightly, place it in the microwave for about 3 hours. Go ahead and take that out, unscrew the lid, and look, you've effectively doubled your money. Post your own life hacks in the comments.
All right, go, 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 go. It is go time for NSFW, the new show full of win, the new sauce for the Weber. That's the show that is nominally safe for work. Howdy, folks. I'm little old Brian Brushwood, rocking a little baby porn stash. But you know who has a big old fat, ethnically questionable stash of cocaine-nasia? It's got to be my best friend, Justin Robert Young. What's going on, JRY?
Hey, everybody. Listen, we have one heck of a show today. Not only are we joined by one of our favorite guests, yes, ladies and gentlemen, whoa, Mute Shannon, Bam Lamb.
Whoa, Mute Shannon, Bam Lamb.
She's now sitting next to me now, Bam Lamb. Whoa, Mute Shannon,
Bam
Lamb.
Real quick.
I had somebody say that to me at Comic-Con.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Tell this story because
Oh my
you
God.
were on to cover it.
I was walking through the hallways at Comic-Con, and you know, it's like freaking loud
It's
down
insane,
there.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this guy from like the other end of the hallway goes, "Whoa, Mute Shannon, Bam Lamb," and I was just like, "Hey."
I'll tell you, the first time I've ever been recognized for a podcast, I was at Andrew Main at a lecture in like, I forget, it was Boston, somewhere in Boston. And somebody walks up to me and just goes, "See-Jew?" And I'm like, yes, this is what I want to happen for the rest of my life.
That's awesome.
I ever tell you how I ruined the first time I ever got recognized from podcasting?
No.
Because I spent, I did a few TV appearances touring with the Magic Show. And my friend CJ Johnson, he's been on the BB Live show on the live streams. We broke his stuff. He thought it was hilarious to set people up to pretend to recognize me and say they saw me on the Tonight Show. And every time I fell for it, I'd be all like, I'm Brushwood? And I'd be like, yes, I am. And I was like, where did you see me? And he's like, I don't know. This guy just told me to tell you. And he was always there laughing. And so the first time I got recognized from Scam School was in Nashville, Tennessee. We were there for a conference. We go to the grocery store and to pick up some supplies for the room. CJ's there with us. And we go to check out, and some guy goes, are you Brian Brushwood, the guy from Scam School? And I instantly, like a total dick bag, just turned and like, screw you, CJ. All right, like, get out of here.
Aww.
And meanwhile, the guy's like,
You broke his heart.
But what? I thought I love you.
That's exactly what it was
like. Your podcast. I don't know why he talks like that. It's very weird. All right, listen. We have a ton of stuff this episode. Number one, you can see over this shoulder right here. Our own friend Chad Johnson has decided to dye his hair live on the show. This has nothing to do with anything else we're doing, except for the fact that Chad's like, oh, I want to dye my hair tonight. And I'm like, well, do it behind the show, because why not?
Well, and first he has to bleach it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
He's actually bleaching it white. He'll be blonde for a little bit, and then we're going to rock whatever crazy configuration. I say we should have a say. If he's going to take up our bandwidth and change his hair behind us, we ought to have some kind of influence on, like, you want a skunk stripe in the middle,
Purple.
first mohawk. Maybe we could talk him into doing the red male pattern baldness all along the side.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think we have color
He should
limitations
get
because he only
shaved.
has. Oh, I don't know if we can shave it.
That would be pretty
I
dumb.
don't know, we'll see.
I'll try.
We'll leave it up to Chad. However, I do think we should get a straw poll going on what kind of. I think right now, let's just focus on he has red dye and his hair will start bleached. So what can we do with red dye and a bleached head of Chad hair?
Oh, it's going to be so much
So
fun.
we will move along with that. That will go on through the episode. But first, Brian, listen, we keep swearing that last episode was the last episode that we're going to talk about the Diamond Club, but things keep happening with the Diamond Club.
It's not our fault. The thing's a genuine phenomenon. Do you realize since we talked to you guys last, we have an honest-to-goodness audiobook in the work? Did you get my text message?
Wait,
Jack
what?
Hearn reached out to me
Yes.
right before the show saying, I would love to Skype in and talk about it. I don't know if that's possible. It's so last minute. It might be too crazy. But regardless, this week or next week, we could talk about her experiences recording the audiobook, because she said, had she read the book before starting this project, she would not have begun it. It's
No
too
way.
filthy, too silly, too over the top.
And by
I
the way,
would
she's
read
doing
it.
that with a pseudonym. Like that is a nom de plume, Jackie Hearn. Her real name is something different. So even with
It's
it not
very
being her,
obvious.
she's like, I wish I did not do this. This is filthy, disgusting nonsense. However,
His Larry Myers, he's a hell of a guy.
his name is Andrew Goldfarb, and his breathy voice has captured a nation. All right, here's what I want. Where do you want to start, Brian? Because I have a surprise.
I'll
for
tell you what, why don't we start off? We're going to start off talking about Diamond Club stuff, right? Because we
Yeah.
have a little bit of business. We have a new opportunity. We got to make some decisions how we're going to handle it. We have to tell the epic tale of how you and I fought to the death. We had a ponfar over this.
did.
But then also we got
Wow, Brian, did I tell you that that's what I told the guy?
Did you really say that?
I
You
literally said that, listen, like, we're going to have a ponfar, and tomorrow we'll be talking about our dearly departed co-host, who's ever on.
that's hilarious. Boy, it's all you and I should do a show together.
I
because
know. We get along so well, Brian.
No, let's talk about this amazing letter that we got. Do you want to read it?
So I got, the letter. Okay. All right, here. Set up the letter while I pull it up.
Okay, this letter came to us totally from the wild, and our favorite thing is that it takes the most outrageous single line from the entire book, and we have in the field confirmation that it's absolutely true. Do you have that pulled up?
Yeah. Let me pull. Oh, actually, hold on.
I actually do have this right here if you want to see it.
Oh, yes. No, go. Yeah.
Okay, this comes from Jack. Hey there, NSFW guys. I just had to let you know that as a soldier myself who had a good friend lose his left leg here in Afghanistan, IED under our Humvee, piece of the wheel well severed, it cleaned off of the hip. It really does cause the other limb to grow large. Or at least that's what he says.
Which all right, so that if you're tuning into this for the first time, because I assume that there's many people who maybe have read about the Diamond Club and are watching us for the first time. If you have not gotten to that chapter, spoilers. Brianna Young, the heroine of the Diamond Club, comes across an Iraqi war vet, and she engages in friendly congress with him.
How does that work?
Well, funny
You're
enough,
missing a leg.
Funny
so
enough, you should ask that, Shannon.
Like-
She finds that his manhood.
According to the doctors,
Yes.
much like when somebody goes blind, their other senses grow to compensate. Apparently, that's what happens when you lose a leg. In our story, it was
How
in
low does
Iraq.
it go?
We have firsthand evidence that it totally happened. I would like to point out that within seconds of this letter coming in, Bob McBob says, "Totally cutting my legs off."
So Shannon says, how long does it grow? Well, that's, of course, the most hilarious part of the book, in my opinion, is the line, the doctors say that in a month or so, I'm going to have a special shoe fitted.
That's awesome. Yes.
So there we go.
So like, does he like? So I guess he could step on it, huh?
I'll tell you what, Shannon, if you want to write fan fiction about Three-Legged Larry, then you are more than welcome to do it.
Yay.
But
This
listen,
could be so much fun.
And Jack wrote a very, very, very heartfelt letter there. But apparently the long and the short of it is that him and his friend who did legitimately lose a leg to an IED in Afghanistan have loved the book. They keep reading it to all their friends out there who are on active duty. And to that, man, I'll tell you what.
That's awesome.
I get so excited whenever anybody who's active duty or has served writes us. It means the world, I know, to me and Brian. So.
I come from a military family, military brat all the way. My brother's in the Air Force, so I know how it feels.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
I mean, like, we are awful, like, human beings compared to them, and the fact that we can amuse them on some level just justifies our pitiful existence that much more. Like, it is
not that pitiful.
It is so awesome. So thank you very much to Jack. Now,
Okay, but now let's talk about our Ponfar, the epic battle that we
Yes.
had to go through, because we got a phone call. Basically, the hottest chick in the room says, "I want to have sex with exactly one of you two,"
one of you.
and it just gets away.
I got an email today, or we both got an email rather, from a producer for the National Public Radio program on the media.
NPR, dude. This thing keeps exploding. It
Yes.
keeps getting even bigger.
So they asked us whether or not we would like to come on the show for their episode this week.
Yes.
And talk about the Diamond Club. So me and Brian do a pre-interview. We call him back immediately, and we do a pre-interview, and it's great. It's basically what NSFW is. It's me and Brian having a good time, talking about the book. We're making them laugh. It's going fantastic, and we're like, dude, I think we've got a pretty good shot of making this podcast. And then, Brian, what is the second email?
Well, then they come back to like good news, bad news. I went and pitched the show to the interviewer. They love it. They think it's great. The bad news is editorially, it's much, much easier and much simpler if we interview. You're in different places, so there'd be technical complications, and thematically, it's a better story if it's just one-on-one. On the one hand, I think Brian would be great because it was his frustrations with we can only have one of you, so it's either got to be Brian or Justin. Maybe it should be Brian because it was his frustrations with launching the Scam School book that started the whole project, and apparently he was the one, along with John, who came up with the idea for it. But on the flip side, Justin's actually read the book, so maybe Justin might be better. Well, anyway, we're going to book one studio in San Francisco, one in Austin.
Yeah.
Just tell us which one to cancel because that's it.
Dude.
So yeah, and basically our reaction is like, whoa, we can solve this technical problem.
Sure, man.
Because if the problem is they just don't want to get two different studios to both call into one thing, don't worry. Leo, has a ISDN line. We can Skype in. It's fitted for that. It's perfect for it. All we had to do was ask Leo, and who knows? We never asked Leo. We don't know whether or not he would actually let us do it. But that's what we're thinking. We can figure out a way to solve this. So I called the dude back, and I'm like, man, don't worry about it. Me and Brian are coming on because we've solved your problem. Don't worry, homeboy. To which he says, oh, no. We can technically do it. Fine. We just, for editing purposes, it's easier to edit a conversation down from 30 minutes to 5 minutes where 2 people are talking as opposed to where 3 people are talking.
Ah.
So that leaves me and Brian with a very awkward phone call.
Well, and what's going through your head when you call? Like, you've got kind of a battle plan before we even begin this discussion.
Well, I mean, listen, the goal, and I think both of us believe that the goal for this kind of stuff is not about this one opportunity, but the constant churning of continuing to make new opportunities. So if one of us got it, I think both of us would be totally fine with one of the other ones getting it. However,
Sure.
I thought, well, listen, Brian is, he's constantly working on stuff with television. He already has, a very impressive things that he's been on. This would fit very, very well in that. We'll have a conversation. Here's how I envisioned it. We'd have a conversation. Both of us would make it very clear to the other that we would want, and I just want, there's a straw poll going up now. Don't worry. Wait for the conversation to be over, guys. We decide. This is a story. That I thought we both make our intentions known. We'd like to do it. And then I would say, Brian, you should do it. Brian, what is going through your mind?
What's going through my mind is I just did a television appearance in Indonesia for 40 to 60 million people live. I don't know what's better for the story of the book. I don't know what's better for the narrative, but I do know that this would be a way bigger deal for Justin than it would for me. And so it's obvious to me. I'm like, well, it's got to be Justin. But then I tell Justin this, and the first thing he does, it was obvious he wasn't expecting me to say, like, hey, man, I don't know if it's a good idea, but I think you should do it. And then you could tell Justin's like, oh, this is his opening gambit. This is in Brian's version of this story. He starts off by offering it to me, but eventually waits for me to insist that he goes. So he starts to go through the dance of insisting that I should go. And I'm like, yeah, man, but I don't think it'll be fun. Like, it would be fun if it's both of us. But if it's just one of us, that sounds like work. And if it's going to be work, I'd rather you did it.
And I'm like, but Brian, listen, I mean, I think you have a lot. I'm like, and then now it comes into like me overcompensating and like, trying to talk Brian. Brian, you don't know what you're missing here. Opportunity of a lifetime. Come on. NPR, baby. The 3 letters that move the world.
Exactly. But the important thing...
Do you know how many liberals you'll be talking to?
Do you know how many people have contempt for your worldview that you'll be able to reach? Come on, man.
You know how many Priuses your voice will be echoing?
Priuses.
No, but I'll tell you, it's during the conversation, and it's really good that we did the pre-interview, because my guess is a lot of what we did discuss in the pre-interview, you'll be able to represent when it comes to the book itself. Yeah.
So it's been determined. I'm going to do the interview tomorrow. It should be, I think, on the next episode of On the Media for NPR, which is a very popular program. I'm very excited to represent the Diamond Club. However, here's what we need, because what they asked for was interesting people that Patricia Harkins Bradley sleeps with in the Diamond Club. So basically, I need a cheat sheet. I need a cheat sheet of who she sleeps with, and great quotes. And then also, we had made part of this whole experiment was, as I guess Chad is moving into phase 2 of bleaching his hair. Oh, good God.
He's got this awesome, velociraptor thing going on. Go like this. Go like this.
That's actually terrifying. I'm actually very scared of this. Get away. I'm really about to curse.
Wow.
That is amazing. Okay, so the things you need a breakdown of, also we need a breakdown of that exchange that just happened over Twitter, because we found one of the big questions, and it's a leading question, of course, is like, well, is there anyone who's not in your clubhouse that bought the book? And we're like, well, yeah, obviously, because we've sold over 20,000 copies, and that's more than we have watch our show every week. And he was like, yeah, but how do you know? And we didn't have an answer until tonight, when we discovered a genuine honest to goodness fan in the wild. We want to protect her identity. We don't want anyone reaching out to her. I don't want to shatter this illusion, but we've got some genuine tweets here. First of all, this is the real interaction between our mystery Twitter, who, by the way, her page, describe her page, because we're not going to show it.
Okay, so it's a young lady, apparently from Seattle, who has a background of Katy Perry on her Twitter page. She seems like very much in the demo, the kind of demo that would have gotten very excited for One Direction and the Olympic closing ceremonies. That kind of demographic, which, by the way, is very weird that she's also really enjoying the Diamond Club.
Well, and she, so what we saw originally, what Chat Realm sent over to us was this exchange between Patricia Harkins Bradley and this mystery person. They're talking about me and my book on live.twit.tv right now, which was Sunday, from Patricia. Respond by our mystery Twitter person. I love your book. Are you coming out with any more? I'm addicted and I love your writing style.
Your writing style.
Which is, by the way, where we initially think like, okay, that's fake. That's not real. Because
that's somebody playing along. That's the other side. That's somebody else from Chat Realm playing the role, right?
Yeah.
But then the response is, I think Brianna may have a few more adventures in store. Wink. And then the response is, I just died because you tweeted me. And yes, please do. Gives me hot ideas to do on my man.
No, it's men.
Men. Carry the N.
You spelled it wrong.
And if you're not sure this is the real deal, the final tweet later is, she writes, when I tweet authors on books I love and they tweet me back. Now, I don't know what ampersand
No,
GT.
that's just like keyboard slam.
Oh, okay. Got it. E.L. James, you're next. Let's get the ill Twitter mention. Or little
No,
Twitter.
it's ill. Like
Ill?
a license, like she has a license to do it.
Oh, definitely says ill. Definitely.
Yeah, it's ill.
Even now, we still think this is all fake, right, Justin?
Yeah, and then we do a little creepily digging into this young girl's life and her social media profile, and it turns out she's totally legit.
Oh, God.
Unless someone's playing the long con with us and has set up for the past 2 years, they've built up, just in case they might need to troll us, this account. It seems legit, Bri.
Dude, it does seem legit.
I think it's legit.
Perfect. So the question now is, what are the things you need to touch on in the interview, Justin? First of all, you need to mention repeatedly something about the Brian Brushwood book, Scam School, right?
Yes. No. Scam School Book 2. I will continue to mention over and over again, like it was an infomercial. So there's never 5 minutes of programming where I don't mention the Scam School Book 2.
Well, and you had brought up that you wanted to bust out some awesome gumshoe voices and some crazy voices, but...
Well, that was what we had kind of promised when the book was coming out. We had said, listen, if we get national media, part of the fun for Diamond Club will be...
It's going to be bigger than this. This is a stepping stone, man. NPR is that little hat tip of legitimacy that's going to get us on Fox News. And then that's when we're going to show up with giant bling diamond clubs, jewelry. We're going to have glasses on. We're going to play. We're going to sweat like, okay, this time you do the entire interview as the gumshoe, and I'll do the entire interview as Ira Sockman, and we'll just pretend that's who we are.
All right. Well, so, I mean, I think we've kind of decided, and people in the chat realm are like, no, don't blow it. Like, do it legit. So that's fine. I will be happy to do that. However, I would like to, by the way, this is like a David Lynch movie that's happening behind me. What the hell is happening as they drink wine?
They drink wine. There's a velociraptor chilling in his
You know who he looks like? He looks like Bowser in the movie version of Mario Brothers.
Pretty good.
The old, like, 80s version?
The 80s
Oh
Mario
my
Brothers
God.
version. He looks like Bowser. Anyway, it actually is creeping me out. This is not a bit. I'm actually very much creeped out by Chad right now. Don't stand up. I will literally kick you.
Let's wrap up the NPR discussion. What else do we need?
So the NPR discussion, I need a cheat sheet of what we are, of who she sleeps with, and
Best quotes.
And then
Also from the audiobook. They were saying they wanted to play clips from the audiobook.
So I think
listening.
Yeah, throw some good links in there for that. And then also, apparently there's people in the chat room who are saying that On the Media is fairly brutal, that it might be a bit of a combative interview. And let me just say,
That's fine.
if that's
Totally
the
fine,
case, like, I'll go for blood. I don't care. If they step to this, I will destroy them, and that is a guarantee. That. Then we pick the right person, because I don't know if Brian would get really aggressive with them. I will get really aggressive with them.
Absolutely, man. That'd be amazing.
All right. So all right. So that's that. Now, Brian, there's one final Diamond Club surprise I have for you today.
Okay, now you said something about this. You said a surprise, and I always get nervous when you want to give me surprises.
2 boxes. Number one, let me just say I am in no way responsible for this surprise. This surprise comes from Code Monkey X in the chat room.
All right.
All of a sudden today, 2 boxes arrived to the Twit Brick House here in Petaluma, California. Jammerby, can you give the theme song, please? I was handed this, by the CEO of Twit, Lisa Kensel. She asked me my autograph, but really, it's Patricia Harkins Bradley who should be autographing
Holy
physical copies
What?
of the Diamond Club.
Oh my God.
40 of them have arrived to the Twit Brick House. Turn that down, Jammerby, so we can hear Bri.
Are you kidding me? This is absolutely amazing. This is everything we wanted. Are you kidding? Look at the chat room, dude. They're freaking out.
So there we go.
Oh my God.
We have them.
Oh, this is so cool.
Code Monkey X gets the gold star for this. Now, we can figure out what we want to do with them. Of course, we'll give them out to, he said he wanted people here at Twit to have copies, which is great. I don't know whether or not we can bring them to, and by the way, look at that, Patricia Harkins Bradley on the cover, on the back cover. And then look at this. This is no joke. Like, it has, like, typesetting stuff, like the clubs at every chapter, and like the little, the bottom things. So there we go, man. Code Monkey X.
Let's get together with Code Monkey X and see if we can't run another 50 of those to have printed up to take with us to the to the Dragon Con performance.
Okay, I've actually been in touch with Code Monkey X. We have a price. And number one, let me just say this. Everybody, big ups to Code Monkey X. He did this out of his own pocket.
Wow.
He works at a print shop and is working this off. That's how amazing Code Monkey X is.
That's incredible.
Oh my God, I didn't realize this is something new to the book that I didn't realize. Chad is just pointing me out. No, seriously, go away, because you're freaking me the hell out. For Leo, Brian, and all the Twits, with my appreciation and love, CR, and then RIP Dearest Max, keep on trolling.
Keep on trolling.
Oh, that's amazing. That is fantastic. The chat room is still freaking out.
That is dedication right here. This
Dude,
is serious
so
dedication.
take that one home. Whoa, Mute Shannon. You have now a physical copy of the Diamond
Will Patricia sign
Club.
it for me?
I'll tell you what.
Officially stop calling it Dragon Con and start calling it Diamond Con.
Diamond Con. Listen, all I'll say is that we'll bring these to Dragon Con. Hopefully we'll maybe get more. I've talked to him about maybe doing, he would be our connect to do hardcovers for the authors, which is something that we've talked about doing.
Do they even need hardcovers? I mean, I would rather have a legit-looking softcover version. To me, that looks more legit than a hardcover.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, we can figure it out. To me, I just want to do something like, whatever, that's awesome. If people who wrote the book, I'll tell you what, you guys decide yourself. Where am I looking? Right here. There we go. The Diamond Club by Patricia Harkins Bradley. I keep freaking getting it wrong. There we go, man. That's what it looks like. It is the most amazing thing that I've seen today.
That's incredible.
I'll tell you what, I can't even use words, man.
I can't wait to read this sexy book while I'm on BART every day.
There we go. Apparently,
It's gonna be great.
Max Strobot is here. Can we get a single on Max, or is there any?
That's all right. We've seen plenty of Max here.
Hey, I like reading my smutty book and drinking wine.
So do us a favor, Shannon. Just be seen reading that book a lot.
Yes.
Be an attractive young lady reading that book and let other people wonder what's going on with it.
Oh man, I'm gonna sit there and be like, oh my God. Just like on the BART. Just, oh, jeez.
Oh my God.
All the chapters are here, like chapter 35, Nerdiest and Dirtiest. Chapter 36, Symphony of Sex and
The Good
Silence.
Samaritans. Hey.
Hey. So I'll tell you what, again, one more time, Code Monkey X, so legit with the Diamond Club physical copies, man. Brian, what is going through your mind? Because you were kind of trepidatious about what my surprise was.
Well, yeah, I figured it was something like it's a birth certificate for your daughter. We've already named her. I mean, I didn't expect something of physical value, and especially something that we were trying to figure out how to factor into the budget for spending the money on this.
Yeah. So there we go. And also, to follow up on the plans, we are continuing to move forward on what we're going to do. Looks like for sure it's going to be Saturday in Atlanta, the Diamond Club party. The Diamond Club comes to Atlanta.
Oh, I wish I was going.
Within one
Dragon
block
Con.
of Dragon Con, so it's going to be well within walking distance. And listen, we're in talks with her agent. We don't know, but allegedly Patricia Harkins Bradley herself might be there to sign copies. So now we have the copies she can sign. There we go. Code Monkey X, again, I'll tell you, everybody hit him up on Twitter, but that is
Code Monkey, you're awesome. Woo! Yeah.
just an absolute DC Supreme.
So
Very
let's move forward. Do we have a sponsor that we need to thank before we move on and talk to Shannon about what she's up to?
Chamber B, do we have a sponsor? We do. Is it the old SS? It is. It used to stand for something bad. Now it stands for something great, ladies and gentlemen. It's Squarespace. They got new Squarespace 6.
It was a good save, Justin. I was very proud of that. That was the old. Was it the Hitler Youth? No. Okay.
Was it Hitler's Secret Army? No, because you want to know what Hitler's Secret Army didn't do? It didn't scale automatically like your websites on Squarespace 6 will, because you don't need, Shannon, you obviously do a lot here on the internet. You ever do something and then all of a sudden you're like, well, do I need a mobile version of the site?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people use iPhones and Androids and whatnot. You don't want your site just looking like a pile of fat, hot garbage.
Which is why I use Squarespace.
Exactly, because it scales automatically. You don't need a different version of the site. Use the same goddamn site. It scales so all your pictures look good, all your text looks good. Folks, it is the future of building your own websites. And like I've said before, I think I said this on Twitter, my friends at Upstatement were part of the Boston Globe redesign when that scaling thing was revolutionary. No one had done it before, no one had seen it before. That was like a year and a half ago. Now you can do it on the free tip. Not even a single penny changes hands, credit card or otherwise. 2 weeks, do whatever you want with the site. Just feel the power. You just want to get near it.
I feel it. Yeah, I feel it.
It radiates off the screen. You can just set up your own website.
I feel like I'm sorry, man. I don't normally do this, but this is the worst ad you've ever done. You haven't mentioned the fact that they have awesome templates to make your website look phenomenal. You haven't mentioned that you don't have to know a stitch of HTML. You haven't mentioned that you have drag and drop social widgets so that your website can be totally up to date. You didn't even mention the scaled hosting so that no matter how popular your site becomes overnight, it won't go down and get crashed when it suddenly becomes popular overnight, thanks to your NPR interview on the media happening in less than 24 hours.
Absolutely. And it's those kind of killer features that have made the SS something that has been feared through history with their awesome efficientness. Squarespace, folks, that's what I'm talking about, not the other thing. You have to go on over to squarespace.com and use offer code. Brian, what's the offer code?
It's like number.
Does it start with an N?
I think it might be NSFW. Abundanza! NSFW8. That's what we're doing, folks. Go on over there right now. Use that offer code, and you're going to get 10% off no matter what you sign up for. You can sign up for 50 years. I'm joking. You can't sign up for 50 years. But for a year.
But you could do a year.
Yeah, a whole year. And you're going to get 10% off Papa, right off the top. Get it the hell out of there. Throw it out onto the street like a homeless vagrant.
Amazing. All right, man, what do we got planned for the rest of this episode?
Well, I'll tell you what. We are going to get into a little bit we like to call What is Shannon Watching? But first, let's talk to Shannon herself. How you doing, Shannon?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
Oh man, the last time you were on, of course, was when we did the Whoa Mute Shannon episode,
Yes.
which was like a throwaway line at the
Yes.
beginning and is now like an official internet moniker for you.
Apparently so. People say it
Do you
in
mind- do you-
Comic-Con and Twitter.
Like every time some drunken idiot shouts, "Whoa, Mute Shannon," do you think I spent 5 years producing content?
I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to be muted again. God. What's wrong with people? No Mute Shannon. No
Yeah,
Mute Shannon.
no.
No Mute Shannon.
That's her protest. She sings it in the streets. Now I think. Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
I should point out that Shannon was kind enough. Actually, this week she's going to be on Scam School because now that we're part of the Revision 3 was bought by Discovery, so now we're part of the Discovery family. They said, "Hey, everyone, why don't you tie something into Shark Week this week?" So the way we tied it in on Scam School was to have the hosts of Bite Club. See, Bite, right?
Ah.
Sharks.
Fight Club, like, or like vampires and sharks.
Exactly, and to have them on the show. But yeah, man, it's been interesting to watch how many people have just started the shouting of the sellout. Revision 3's over with.
Oh, come on.
Shark Week.
Come on.
Well, I'll tell you what. As I'm a college-educated journalist. I have 2 Revision 3 personalities here with me. Of course, Shannon from Hack 5. When did you sell out, and how big of a sellout are you, Shannon?
Well, I parked my Lamborghini out front, so you guys can just go out there and see how much I made off of it.
Yeah. Boom.
Awesome.
Brian, obviously you're now known colloquially as Money Bry.
B. That's what they call me.
Yeah, old disco money, Bry B. Yeah, I mean, it's so it's. I mean, can I say retarded? Because that's what I mean.
Well, yeah, it is slower than other things. Speaking of Money B, when I was on Twit on Sunday, I mentioned that my first CD ever was Sex Packets by Digital Underground. And I think I hinted at how much I dug it. And out of nowhere, I got an email from a guy who knows the 2 members who were in Digital Underground from the beginning all the way through the end. And he was just like, I told him about NSFW, and Money B says he'll come be on the show. He says, and I'm going to try to quote it. He says he's got some amazing stories from the road that rival that of the Diamond Club. ... with like a mysterious
What?
the end.
Well, I'll tell you what. So that's amazing to me. Sex Packets is a transformative album for me. I don't know. It's amazing.
We actually have, they didn't ask us because they're not crazy over at Revision 3. They're not going to ask us to promote Shark Week over on other networks and other shows.
No.
But let me just say that we have a competing event here at Twit, and I don't know if I'm allowed to promote it, but I believe Chad Week.
Wow.
Whoa!
Look at that. Which, of course, has been going on for 20 plus years, where we focus all of our programming on Chad Johnson's crazy finhead.
Holy moly, he looks so scary.
I know, man. Chad Week. Chad,
He
sneak
does
up.
just move. He moves like a dinosaur. Like he just has a very dinosaur gait.
Go away. God, he's skinny like a velociraptor.
He
too.
is too.
Stay away.
That's one crazy ass Chad.
All right.
Listen, let me just say that I forgot what I was going to say. It was
Okay.
very
Can
important.
I tell you what you were going to think to say?
Yes.
You were going to point out that since we have someone like Shannon on, we need to revisit one of our all-time favorite bits, which is it was originally What Is Sarah Watching? We've seen other instances
What is
come
I as watching? Yeah.
What is Ayaz watching? I'll tell you what. Let me.
Do you wanna know what I'm
start
watching?
off.
Oh no, we'll show you what you're watching.
Oh, okay.
Let's start it off
fun.
with kind of to explain the concept, something super simple. I got a short 20-second video. Your job, Shannon, is only to describe for the audio listeners what's happening because they may not get the entire picture. You ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
I'm ready.
It begins like this. Here we go and go.
Okay, monkey. Oh, he's chopping things.
Okay, all right.
And
so
buffering.
A few more seconds.
Spinning kick. Oh, and he's, oh my God, he's like totally like ninja cutting things. It's awesome.
Yeah. All right, that's good.
And there's a dude holding a board,
Yep.
punches it in half. Ooh! Oh, and now he's like humping the floor.
Come on, kick it, Harper. Kick it.
Oh, and now he's doing, what are those called? Plies? Back and forth. Okay, now the guy's trying to butt rape the monkey.
Oh!
And now the monkey's getting him back.
That's
Okay,
it.
that was
That's
awesome.
it. I feel like all of our non-sighted listeners, of which we hear from a few of them from time to time, and in my imagination, I don't know that they've actually written to say thank you for doing the "What is blank watching" bit.
I think we always get just a deluge of audio listeners who write in and they're like, listen, I listen to NSFW while I'm training for triathlons and marathons. I need sometimes a little bit of explaining because we play a lot of videos on the show. So
Right.
thankfully we have Shannon here
You have to use my
explain. Yeah, because this is a video that I
horrible
think
dialect to figure out what's going on.
I'll tell you, I think you're gonna do a great job because this video, it's very, let's say, complex.
Okay.
There's a lot going on. It's dense.
Okay.
And I think we need, for people who don't get to see these videos, we need someone to go ahead and explain it.
All right.
All right, so with that in mind,
ready.
let's take a look. This actually comes to us. I don't know that we should say the title. However, I will say that the person and the language is Finnish, if that helps you to describe what's happening in this video right here. And I'm going to play a little bit of it. And you're gonna break it down for everyone at home. Okay, I'm going to play a little bit. We'll
Oh,
pause
God. Oh, God.
All right, so now if you are listening audio-wise, it begins here.
Suomesta hävittäjä.
Oh, okay, so we got a really friendly
hold
guy.
on. Just we'll play it a little bit, and then we'll stop it, and then
okay.
explain what you've seen.
Okay.
Okay.
Se ei ole viina, se ei ole tupakka, eikä se ole kannabis eikä heroiini, vaan tämä päihde on tuotettu niin uhkaavaksi Suomen kansalaisille, että sitä enää laivoiltakin saa. Tämä on hirvittävä
All right, I think we got the
Shannon,
right.
what are you watching?
So that's a guy who's obviously speaking Klingon. And I believe that he's reading The Lord of the Rings while speaking it all in Klingon right in front of your face, like right there, right in front
That's
of the
pretty good.
camera lens. It's very well done.
Now this is a very long video, so we're gonna skip ahead a little bit.
There you go. You ready?
on hirvittävä myrkky. Katsokaa tätä, katsokaa tätä. Lakupiippu, kielletty hedelmä. Katsokaa, kielletty hedelmä. Oi mikä aine. Lakupiippu.
Okay, all right. So what?
Shannon,
Okay.
what are you watching?
So he's not super excited about Lord of the Rings and Klingon anymore, but he's still speaking the Klingon. And he found these strange little things that I believe you smoke out of.
Pipes.
In a
Yeah,
box?
looks like pipe, right?
Yeah, in a box that had a sailboat on it. And
This is all accurate.
it must be a present or something because he's really, really excited about it.
So very
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. He's like up in your face the whole time.
All
Let's
right,
take a look what happens next.
Lakupiippu, kattokaa mikä myrkyllinen. Oho, tämmöinen kielletty hedelmä. Huhhuh. Katsokaa, tämä minun ystäväni, tämä kuvaa tämän hetki, kun minä nautin tätä kauheata tuohon. Katsokaa, nämä aromit. Nämä aromit sekoitaan minun pääni. Katsokaa.
All right, where are we at right now, Shannon?
Shannon, what
So-
are you watching?
So he took that magic wand and he made it into a mustache. And then he sniffed his mustache, and I'm pretty sure that's derogatory, but I'm not really sure. He's like sniffing his mustache and going, "Oh, mute Shannon," but in Klingon.
In Klingon.
Yes.
Okay, in the native Klingon. How would you describe his emotion upon sniffing his own mustache?
I think he's doing drugs.
Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look and find out if that is what he's doing.
Ei oo kauhea.
Akupojat potkii.
All right, Shannon.
Is he eating saltwater taffy? What's in his mouth?
Shannon,
No, never mind. I don't want to know.
What are you watching?
So he's eating some saltwater taffy and he's sniffing the thing and then he's doing some like hula hoop action without a hula hoop.
Apparently, okay. Actually, I don't want to chime in. This is your
Okay,
bit.
but just so we're clear, the saltwater taffy is also the mustache.
Yes.
Okay.
Which
I mean,
is also
obviously.
pipes. Yeah.
Which are also the pipes.
Well, I think he put that in his mouth too. So.
Ymmärrätkö, miksi lakupiippu pitää kielää?
So obviously that one was self-explanatory.
Obviously. Well, so he might have played the trumpet in the past because he's trying to play the pipe as an instrument. And I'm afraid that he might have some kind of exorcism thing going on at the same time because he's rolling his eyes back and dancing about with his hula hoop jig.
Sure. He's got to do in the Cabbage Patch, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cabbage Patch.
A little bit of the Cabbage Patch. By the way, just again, the best.
Se oli pojat piippu. Näkemisiin. Moi moi.
Am I the only one who thinks he's about to start shouting Kalima, Kalima?
Shakti Day, Kalima. Shannon, the video is now over. What have you watched?
It's this guy that's going through an exorcism, obviously, and he.
Now, hold on, there may be some evidence to support this because after the video, what do we got here?
Yeah, see, he's giving you Bible things there. Those are from the Bible, aren't they?
Fish?
Rom 10:9.
Or it could be Romulan.
Rom 1 Corinthians 15:3. Yeah, he's like he's trying to get rid of this demon that's inside of him that's trying to eat that pipe.
And how is he trying to do it?
By sniffing his mustache.
By mustache sniffing.
Of course.
Well, there we go. Listen, they say we don't pay attention to the audio listeners on this show.
Quick, actually, just to wrap things up here, Justin, there's one thing that we haven't done before, but I'd like you to take a stab at it. There's a name that exactly describes what actually transpired in this video, and that's what they decided to select as the name for this. Why don't you take a stab as to what you think that name is?
Oh gosh, that's a hard one. The pipe smoking exorcist.
All right. The pipe smoking exorcist?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Is weird Finnish guy freaks out while eating licorice.
Licorice? That was a pipe. Since when is that licorice?
Apparently it was pipe licorice. If you look back at it, there you go. Take a look right here. You can see that it's Skipper's Pipes licorice.
And by the way, Brian, just to say that we spare no expense on this show. We may not have an old priest, but we do have a young priest. Ladies and gentlemen, Father Padre SJ over there. Father Ballister, of course, the host of This Week in Enterprise Tech. Would you say that that is an exorcism, that man is possessed with licorice delight? Be healed!
Be healed, young one. Be healed.
Well, there we go.
As we often do with the chat realm, they've already sent us a link to where you could go on Amazon to get a hold of licorice pipes, 60 counts. There's only 8 left in stock, so if you want
how much do you want to bet that that's zero in about 5 minutes?
You know, if I act that way after eating one of those, I think it's worth the money.
Apparently, there's 7 left because Padre SJ just bought a box of 40 licorice pipes. I'll tell you what, that dude should have affiliate information on his YouTube video.
He should.
He'd be flipping pipes like it was nobody's business.
It's a good point, man.
I'll tell you what, just to, Brian, to let you know, of course, we know that the chat realm is the best in the business. Ain't nobody can touch them on the goddamn internet. But during that whole entire bit, my favorite comment from Web6263, I have the weirdest boner right now.
Man, we had a bunch of other stuff on our agenda here. I think one of the things on the agenda was just to just BS for a bit. Maybe we'll get to that. But was there any other business we had to take care of first?
No. Oh, yes. Okay, so this show is now rounding third and will come to an end soon. When it does, as always happens, we will play our theme song that was written by Get Set Go. They came up on their own dime to perform for us. Okay, Velociraptor is now letting us know. What if RNG Chad is really a dinosaur in disguise? Velociraptor sounds like Michael Caine. So Mike TV and Eric the Cynic have a side project that has a Kickstarter. Somebody get us a Bitly in the chat room, and we'll plug that. But go ahead and search for it. It only has a few days left. So if we can go ahead and get that rocking and rolling, they've done nothing but be awesome for us always. And I think I may or may not have just gotten an email that they would be interested in coming all the way out.
Are you kidding?
To the American South to possibly perform for us.
If we can get Set Go out to Dragon Con to appear on an NSFW show live and to come out to our exclusive event that I almost
gave the location to.
Yes, I almost said, yeah, sorry about that. But if they came out, that would be amazing. However, I do have strong indications that there's another musical guest that and I hope this musical guest doesn't get bumped. That would really be a shame. But I got an email about a new EP, about a new release coming out from somebody who put together music right here on an NSFW show.
Sure.
Somebody who we have a long and storied past with. They sent this little gem in as a teaser. Take a listen. Tell me if you can figure out who this is.
Wow, that's awesome. Wow. That, of course, is the legendary blues musician, Old John Smokey, who one day we do hope to have on the show.
Woo! Yes.
I'll tell you what, that's
awesome.
amazing. That's so good. So there we go, Old John Smokey. And by the way, Brian, I don't know if I told you, but I also reached out to another one of our favorite music guests.
What?
And he used conspicuously a gender-neutral adverb, said that they might be willing to come down and perform. And we're very excited that we gave them more than 48 hours notice this time.
Oh, shoot. I know who you're talking about now. That's awesome. Hold on. I do actually have, this is among other covers, because obviously you heard the opening theme to NSFW, Vicario by Kissinger. We also have this little gem right here. Take a listen. Let's see if you can.
All right, let's hear the song that all the kids be dancing to this day. I don't know what the story is, but
Sounds like my
probably
You got to be careful on the audio ducking on this, guys. Here you go.
Okay.
So, just a second. Here we go. They rock down. Yeah. Everybody's in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Don't you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Everybody's in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
It goes on for 4.5 more minutes. Let me jump ahead.
I wanna make you lose your mind.
Yeah, there it is. It's pretty much that. But
People are saying, paging Brian Ibbett, Coverville has a new resident, and his name is Old John Smokey.
Yeah.
I think I know him from my day living back in the countryside back in Missouri. With my sweet tea.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, no, he's probably very popular amongst your old
He was
kid
pretty
folk
popular.
there.
He would sit out on the front porch and he would just play that song, Good Time. It was a good time. Good time.
I'll tell you what. All right. I did say I would give out this URL, http://CHTRLM. That is chat realm, but with the following letters, CHTRLM.us/TV Summer. That is what you need to go do to get to Eric the Cynic and Mike TV solo project. They, by the way, gave us the Diamond Club song that they want to crowdsource last week. Of course, they're intense friends of the show, and they're very close to their goal. There's 5 days left. All they need is 2,300. They're already up to 1,795. They'll hit it, but make sure that you get in on it because they are great friends and they support.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, as long as we're talking about helping out friends of the show, we didn't get the chance last week because we were in the middle of doing the show. But if you remember, do you remember the episode, Justin, when Michael Rooker gave essentially like a
pep talk.
pep talk, a motivational speech to somebody who was in the middle of trying to beat cancer. That's of course Crash Kincaid, friend of the show. Somebody, hardcore member of Chat Realm, probably wrote whatever your favorite chapter was of the Diamond Club. Crash Kincaid probably wrote it. But they've got a little bit of a situation in that they are 28 hours left on their Indiegogo attempt to save the house that he lives in and that his friend owns. I don't know the backstory on any of this, but I do know that you got to go to Indiegogo.com/Will Roberts. That's WILROBERTS. And take a look. They only need $3,100. They got 28 hours to make it happen. Mike TV in the chat right now shouting, "Oh no!" So it's like cash for crash is what we're looking for.
Yeah. So there we go, man. I'll tell you what. Always we try to take care of our own. Crash Kincaid has been nothing but supportive with everything that we do, and we like to, it is the Diamond Club is not. Yeah, I heard somebody. I forget what it was. I think it was Veronica, and no disrespect to her. She was trying to describe the Diamond Club. That our fan club is called the Diamond Club. It's not a fan club. There's no, it is a mutual experiment that we have all come up together.
It's a community.
Yeah, it is absolutely a community. There's no, it's not like, it's not a fan thing. It is a family thing. So let's go ahead and take care of Crash. I do.
And I'll tell you what, that really came out in the pre-interview that we did with NPR today. We were trying to describe what Chat Realm is, and it's so weird because it's like you start off wanting to talk about the NSFW experiment, and you're like, they're like, what is NSFW? And there's this weird pause where neither of us knew exactly how to sum it up, and so we said what we always say, which is it's a comedy show. We're highly experimental. We have an extraordinarily engaged audience that does things that we've never seen anyone else do anywhere else. We talked about some of our previous shenanigans in the past, and if we haven't said it enough in the past, I mean, it's you guys are unreal. You are so unreal in your dedication, your creativity, your ability to make stuff happen instantly that it's now going to be a topic of conversation when Justin goes on NPR tomorrow. And that is magic. And I want it to be an in-your-face, a finger in the face of America when we're on CNN, NBC, MSNBC, all those guys.
Listen, this was a byproduct of how amazing you are from start to finish. And it's humbling. It really is just, it's an amazing, it's the most amazing experience of my life so far. Oh, I'm trying to make Shannon cry. Since I was a little boy, I just wished one day I'd have friends. All I'd need to do is wait for the internet. I'll tell you what. No, it's super good, Shannon. She's breaking up. She's melting here. Oh, so there we go. Take care of Crash. We'll do the NBR thing. Oh, real quick. People did. I don't know if we got a straw poll on how we can screw up Chad's hair, but somebody did point out something that I do want to say. Somebody said that Chad right now bears a striking resemblance to Joffrey Baratheon.
Oh my God, he kind of does.
And so to end the show, I would think it appropriate if Shannon smacked him in the face.
Yes!
So, Chad, come on over here.
Hold on. Let's we got to go ahead. We got to get everybody set up to the beginning here. We got to get everything in context, right? Just to let people know what they should expect to see.
No. So just to symbolically end the episode.
Okay.
Let's just go ahead and sit
Wait,
there.
do I have to get into character or anything? Do I have to be a jerk?
Should I pretend to be in character too?
Yeah, no. Sit over there. Sit in the chair over there, right? There we
Absolutely.
I should be
Chad
taller.
definitely needs to be
I should be
pompous
shorter.
and arrogant. And
Okay, well, this show's about me now, and you know what? I like to beat up on, women because...
You silly little fool.
What are you talking about?
You don't know how to do podcasts.
What? Oh.
Yeah. That's right.
There we go.
Uncle.
Oh, there. Eddie
That's
cries.
Uncle to
Eddie
you.
cries as he runs away.
Yeah, that's right. Hide behind the monitor.
There we go. The boy who would be king.
people are universal. They're
Don't make me
universal,
regulate.
Justin. I don't normally ask for a retake.
Oh, wow.
but there's
Wow,
not
Chad.
one person
What?
that
I'm
can say
sorry.
that's
What?
way harder.
Was there something on the list?
Harder.
We're
What are we
hearing
talking about?
Faye.
I don't want to hurt him.
Harder. No, Shannon.
What?
It's for the show.
Come on, it's for the show. Come on.
Do I
by
really
the
get
way,
to slap him?
Yes.
Can we
I'll try not
cue
to
up
bruise you.
maybe the Game of Thrones theme song?
Yes.
Oh wait, do what?
Can we cue up the Game of Thrones theme song maybe? So as soon as the slap goes down, we just roll right into that.
Yeah, hold on. There we go. Game of Thrones theme. There we go.
Somebody says harder and in the nuts.
All right, here we go. We'll
Now
get this.
also, Chad, listen, you could take the
I can take
symbolic belt back from old
take
John
it?
Tilton, who had the "My Pappy Said" slap.
You say old John- That's awesome.
My papa said.
Yeah. No, don't steal a bit. Come on.
Okay.
You're better than that.
Sorry.
All right, here we go. All right, and
Okay. So, Uncle, oh God, you know what? I just wanted to tell you one thing only. You're my favorite uncle.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't win the war. Oh!
Oh, that's it for NSFW.
yes, so good.
I think I scared him.
Amazing. All right, look. I think that's about all the time we have for this episode of NSFW. We didn't mean for this to be another celebration of the Diamond Club, but I'll tell you what, when the opportunity comes knocking, then you definitely send your co-host to go represent you on NPR the next day. Thank you so much to it was Code Monkey X, right? Who sent
Code
in the
Monkey X made the books. It's Crash Kincaid, whose house we need to save. It's Mike TV and Eric the Cynic, who have a couple $100 to finish their album. It's the Diamond Club at Dragon Con, NSFW live at Dragon Con on Sunday. Brian, what else?
Dude, the only thing we have left to do is our final, I think, question mark movie draft minute. We just got to have you guys post it in the chat room. I had to reboot, unfortunately, so I definitely missed the link to that. So you guys will get that on, and we'll put that up.
Well, actually, while we're waiting, Shannon, what do you have going on? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Snubs. It's super easy, SNUBS. And you can also find me at hack5.org doing bi-weekly hack tips.
There we go.
Welcome to Draft Minute for the week of August 13th, 2012. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. Oh, how time flies. We only have 4 more weeks in this summer draft. Who's going to win? Let's go check the scoreboard. Veronica Belmont's in 6th place with the Bourne Legacy bringing in $38.1 million this week, bringing her total to $243.4 million. Sarah Lane's in 5th place with the Campaign bringing in $26.5 million this week, bringing her total to $454.6 million. Brian Brushwood's in 4th place with $615.2 million. Scott Johnson's in 3rd place with $642.8 million. Tom Merritt's in 2nd place with $677.4 million. And reigning supreme in 1st place with $919.9 million. It's Justin Robert Young. And that's 13th, 2012.
Woo! Holy crap, man! You killed it. I'm just saying. You might
Dan
slide
Okren?
across you might cross across $1 billion, son.
Daniel Okren. Everybody go watch the 30 for 30 documentary, Silly Little Game, and find out the story of Daniel Okren, who invented fantasy baseball and to this day has never won his league in fantasy baseball. Danny boy, jury's got your back. This one's for you. This one's for you, baby.
That is phenomenal. Almost as phenomenal. Rated gift.
Someone please email that to me.
This is the greatest thing in the world.
Whoa!
Whoa! Score! That's totally a new meme.
That's not in fast motion or anything. That's real life. That's real life.
Wow.
So good.
It is hypnotic. Wow. I'll tell you what, it syncs up with the Joffrey slap.
Oh my God, it does. Yes.
Oh my God, it does. That's amazing. Whoa, slap chatty, bam a lam.
Yeah.
Whoa, slap chatty, bam a lam.
Yeah, Brian, do you want to try to sing songs to it?
What do you mean?
How about we start with the belt song?
Part when you get out.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Dance more. Have I shown you my troll face?
No.
Yes. From DEF CON.
What's the troll face? Go to that camera.
Cause you like the trolls?
Yeah.
On the internet?
Yeah.
They look like this.
That is shockingly amazing.
On their keyboard. You guys need to grow the F up.
I'm working out. Not to make me look good.
I hate this show. God, you suck so much. Oh my God.
I feel like a crappy, like a late night, television evangelist.
I'll tell you the truth. I read this when I was on the commuter train going home from work, and it's the best thing out there right now. 50 Shades of Grey, that's out the door. That's out the door, honey.
Shades of Pookie.
That's 50 Shades of Pookie. That's what that is. This, the Diamond Club, I mean, just look at that lip stain. You know what color that is. That's Coralista.
I'll tell you what, folks, it's shiftily made of, hey, get that garbage out of here. That's what it is. This is the real truth, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you from my personal experience that you go up and down, you give somebody this book, they're going to crack it open within 15 minutes. They're going to be leaking across the floor. And I mean that in the best possible way, ladies and gentlemen. If you are...
On the air? Hello? Am I on the air?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I was calling in because I heard you guys are looking for people who actually seen the Diamond Club. I read that book. I gave it to my wife. Before then, she was frigid. She was an ice queen.
Where's she now?
She used to beat me with a wet noodle.
Preach.
She used to tell me what a poor provider I was. And then I bought her this book, and she said, number one, we're going to start raising bees immediately. I didn't know what that meant, but then we had sex that night. And then she said, also, that leg has to go. I don't know what that meant either, but I'll tell you, it's the best decision I ever made. It's the best book ever. Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what, that man started with a wet noodle, and I bet you by the end of it, he had a pillar of salt. And by pillar of salt, I mean an erect penis for which he could do whatever he willed.
You know, sir, on the phone, I do suggest that you read this as well because it really brings out the best communication skills between you and your lady
I don't do the reading thing, but my wife, man, she got a Kindle. She got a Kindle DX.
I understand.
Yeah, she goes through. She got the e-ink, and we gone through 5 of them because she keeps taking these long hot baths. She always sitting there in the bath, and then I guess the chapter get really. She said the way she described it to me is that the chapter starts off not so interesting, but then it gets real interesting, like crazy, crazy interesting, and then suddenly she lose interest. And see, I don't really understand it, but it sounds like a hell of a book.
It is, sir. And you know what? I gotta say, even though you may not be interested at first, you'll just love and entertained by every single chapter in here. I mean, In Need of a Screwdriver, that's the best one in my personal opinion, judging on my own religious beliefs and my own personal benefit from the book. I mean, this'll prop everything up for you.
I'm asking you this because I was thinking about buying a second copy for someone else, but I was wondering, like, is there a chance, like, when I bought it, it was $9.99, and I bought it because it looked just like them 50 Shades of Grey. But is it $9.99 right now on your web zones?
No, sir. Allow me to tell you this: if you are a man who enjoys the idea of a beekeeper emptying his venom into a young lady, you might be a prospective Diamond Club book owner.
Hold on, but you see, I'll tell you what, the problem is I have these, I hope my wife ain't listening, but I have fantasies when we're making love, and I know she a lady, and I know it ain't right to be with a man, but I think, like, what if she just had not so much man parts, but man-like parts, right? Like, I was just like, I wish I could grab the shaft of her vagina or something.
I'll tell you what, sir. If you're a man who would like to grab onto somebody's bulging vagina and has 99 cents, you might be a prospective Diamond Club book owner.
I think so. And, sir, even though, you know, some of us in this world can't read, I know you said that you can't, that's okay, because they are coming out with an audio book that you can download. It's audio.
Well, listen, I don't go for the freaky stuff. I just like, you know, she likes the books and I won't give it to her. I just want to have someone read me the story.
Sir,
there ain't no way.
Allow me to tell you this. If for you, a trip to Happy Mountain needs 2 hands, you might be a prospective Diamond Club audiobook listener.
Well, that sounds real good. I guess I'll buy another. How much? It was $99. Is that how much it was?
99 cents. Clean the goddamn cord cobs out of your ears and go on down to the iBook store. Listen, what you got to do is hang a left at music and then go right by podcasting. In fact, you might even not notice podcasting because they pretty much buried it in the new interface.
But you need
just
to
go to iBooks,
take 2
99
steps.
cents.
2 steps, circle around, and then you'll see it in the iBooks.
But the thing about the audiobooks is, I understand. Someone told me that there's sounds in the clouds, and I thought that was stupid because I ain't flying in no clouds. The question is, can I hear the sounds on a? When y'all go make a podcast of the audiobook, release this, all the titillating chapters that come in my ears, and I can orgasm spontaneously.
We're stumped, sir.
Orgasms. That's right.
What did I do? I need to speak it. You speak English, mother?
Yes! Woo! He gets the belt. Sir, thank you so much for calling in. We really appreciate that you called.
Oh, yeah, I'm way excited about it. I look forward to it. You're going to make another book. I'm going to love you. I love you, Patricia Brackens. Hardly, I love you.